Apollo Crews took on Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. What exactly happened? Do we have a new NXT champion, or do we Finn Balor still remained as NXT champion? And also, Asuka's in action. New theme music for Bull Dempsey, and also a threatening message from Dash and Dawson to the Vaudevillains. We're going to talk more about that on this week's NXT review. Hey YouTube, are you ready for your hot tag? Because if you are, it is time to warp.
Hey guys, this is Gohan6425 on YouTube, the one and only. And right now, you are watching the one and only great WGS-TV.
Greetings YouTube, you have warped your way into another episode of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer. I am the WrestleGamer, Double V, Billy Goudreau. Today is Thursday, November 5th, 2015, and yeah, this is probably going to be the second video of the day, because on the previous video we talked about the injury to Seth Rollins, but what we're going to be doing on this video right here, guys and gals, is talking about NXT from last night. And let me introduce the panel for this week's review. First off, ladies and gentlemen, he's the host of Hardcore Wrestling Radio himself, the Hardcore One, Rick Head. Rick, how you doing?
I'm doing good as always. Let's get the show on.
And the Studley man, Ashley, is here. Ashley, how you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Well, guys and gals, let's get to the opening match. Asuka taking on the returning Cameron. I'm not sure what Cameron has been doing as of late, but she is back in NXT, which probably might do her some good. But again, Asuka is just it's unbelievable. You know, even when in the onset of the match, Rick, when Cameron goes to slap Asuka and she somehow flips that into a cross arm work, I'm looking at that like, wow.
Yeah, you know, I said this last night over on the HWI chat room, and I'm gonna say it again. Asuka is already ready to be up in the main roster. She's set. As far as Cameron, I was never really impressed with her before, but I have to admit, she's gotten a little bit better. She still has a ways to go, but in any event, it was a great match.
Actually, what's been your general consensus of the performance of Asuka ever since she debuted in NXT?
She's been following her reputation from JWP. You know, with a hard-hitting, the Japanese-style wrestler. I'm going to beat the crap out of you, and you're going to say thank you.
Ash, let me ask you a question about Asuka. Now, in the NXT has always been known to, you know, you can wrestle the way you can wrestle. When he gets back up, when she gets up to the main roster, how do you think that's going to affect her game, her wrestling, and her moveset?
Well, basically, she's just a Kofi Kingston in the women's division, because she's very acrobatic in her style, as you've seen from her matches already on NXT. You can easily put that into a setting, because it just means she's doing more of the work. And if she's happy with that sort of style, then if that means, you know, the other women can focus on getting the moves correctly and not having to do crazy flips and whatever, because Asuka's doing them, good on her. So I don't think they're going to change it too much, because this clearly it's the Japanese style.
Okay. And
you can't really get rid of that. Yeah. At least they're not being stereotypical anymore, like, you know, the what was it, trying to chop off Val Venus's dick with a samurai sword. We're not trying to be stereotypical.
Kai and Tai.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say Kai and Tai, because I just remember the Kai and Tai with Taka and Funaki and Indeed and all that. That's all I remember.
Well, anyway, following that, guys and gals, we would have a match with Bull Dempsey and Angelo Dawkinz. Bull Dempsey would debut a new entrance music, I guess maybe to try to tie into the new Bull Fit gimmick that he's working, which seems to be gaining a lot of adulation from the crowd, especially at Full Sail University. So maybe this is a gimmick that can actually work for Bull Dempsey. And that's one of the things I've talked about before. When you're in NXT, you have the chance to possibly revamp and change your gimmick. You know, you get to a chance to experiment with what you work with at first, and then see if there's a way you can change it, work it around, and see if that starts to get over. And from the way it looks right now, Rick, the Bull Fit gimmick seems to be working for Bull Dempsey.
Yeah, it does, and I, you know, of course, I'm sure the fans are not saying bull fit. They're probably saying bullshit. But you know, that's what I'm gathering from it. And you know, as you said before, it does seem to be getting over with the fans.
Yeah, Bull would end up hitting a seated senton and Angelo Dawkinz, and apparently Sawyer Fulton is kind of done with Angelo Dawkinz because he kind of just walked out on him after the match was over. And one of my worst fears has been realized. Eva Marie is back in NXT. Oh my god, she's so freaking horrible. Now, I wanted to know the name of her opponent. They never announced her opponent. They never said it on commentary. So there was no way. I kept hearing. I think it was either like chance for like either Tori or Tawny or something like that. But it was
Marley, I believe.
Marley.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Not related to Bob.
Do you know anything about her?
I'm gonna have a quick look because I'm not entirely sure. I vaguely recognize her, but I can't think why.
Yeah. Throughout the chat room, I just referred to her as Jersey, which obviously was on her shirt. I'm guessing she's from New Jersey, but until we have an official name, that's what I'm going to name her.
Well, one of the things that I dread about watching Eva Marie wrestle is the fact that she, and I've said it time in and time out, she cannot run the ropes to save her damn life. It is just so horrible the way she pretends to run in there, like prances, and even with that finish, that running flatliner that she did to Marley or whatever her name is, that was just so unbelievably cringing and terrible. I'm like, Eva Marie has not gotten better week in and week out, Rick. She's gotten worse.
I wouldn't say she's gotten worse. I mean, she definitely still needs a lot of work. I like that running flatline. I thought it was really decently executed. Running the ropes, yeah, I gotta give it to you. She still needs a lot more work, but there's something that a lot of people are not realizing. She's only had 1 or 2 years training in the business. You know, the problem, what she really needs to do is go away, work the indies for 5 or 6 years, but the problem is, she really won't do, I don't think she's gonna do that, because for her, it's about the paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it's about for her. A couple of things we need to make note of, especially when it pertains to next week's NXT. There were a couple of promos done. First off, like we said in the onset of the review, there was a threatening message from Dash and Dawson towards the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Vaudevillains. Something to do with leaving them in a wheelchair because of the attacks that Dash and Doss did to Enzo Amore and Big Cass. So basically, that's the big setup for the NXT Tag Team Championship match. And the other thing that was set up for next week is Alexa Bliss and Blake and Murphy challenged Bayley to find a tag team to team with her in a 6-person tag team match, and apparently she has found that in the Hype Bros. And just from the way that looked, Rick, that screams, oh, they're gonna job.
You know, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping that what's going to really happen is that Bayley is going to get the win for the crowd, for the team, because and as far as Zack Ryder goes and his new team, whatever the hell it's called,
the Hype Bros.
The Hype Bros. He's right where he belongs because the guy couldn't wrestle to save his life.
Update. Marley is the name of Giona Daddio, who is 21, and her stats say that she previously worked and modeled for Hooters.
That's it?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So essentially she's another WWE Diva cookie cutter.
Yeah, but in essence, she is the because if you look at everybody that's been brought in so far for the women's division, since a certain, goddess that is Sarah Del Rey was brought in, this is the first one that's come in with no experience whatsoever with her in charge. And Sarah is Marley's trainer.
Well, to be honest with you, I thought that Eva Marie was the first one who came in with no experience. I could be wrong, but I thought, it was said on several occasions and several pages that she only had 2 years experience, and that was with the WWE.
As
Yeah,
far,
but
go
that
ahead.
wasn't with Sarah Del Rey, because Sarah Del Rey was only been signed.
Oh, okay.
Eva Marie was, looking like a slut before Sarah Del Rey was even signed. Oh, it's worth noting as well, apparently, if you remember back in February, at the Rival event, when Tyler Breeze made his entrance at the start of the show, and some random woman jumped on the stage with him. Marley is that random woman.
Wow. Okay, well, we're going to have to go back and take a look at that. But finally, guys and gals, the NXT Championship on the line. Finn Balor defending against Apollo Crews. And one of the things that I love to watch about championship matches, especially in NXT, is the fact that we'd have this back and forth formula throughout the entire match. There was never at one point in the match where this guy was just heavily dominating in one match. There was always just this back and forth, which made, in my personal opinion, Rick, a very exciting match to watch.
Yeah, I have to agree. Again, as I said with Asuka, both Cruz and Finn Balor, they're ready for the main event. They're ready for the main roster, and I understand that it's protocol that you have to spend a certain amount of time with NXT. But with the lack of talent that's in the main roster right now, they got to stop bringing some of these guys up a little bit early.
Now, there are a couple of things that we can probably now ascertain about what happened at the end of the match. First off, at that point when Baron Corbin came in to interfere and basically get the match tossed out, and basically, I believe he attacked Apollo Crews first, which technically means that Apollo Crews is still undefeated because he would win the match by disqualification. Because Finn Balor would be disqualified due to the interference from Baron Corbin. So Finn Balor would remain the champion, and Apollo Crews would remain undefeated. And then he would attack first Apollo Crews, which made me believe that possibly they might be starting an angle with Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. And then as soon as he dispatched of Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin would focus his attack on Finn Balor. And then Samoa Joe would came out, and then sometimes, actually, when you see a turn happening, it's just so blatantly obvious, it's almost nauseating. And Joe would end up turning on Finn Balor. You can even hear the Full Sail University crowd chanting, "Why, Joe, why?" And needless to say, I think maybe, when Kevin Owens turned on Sami Zayn back on his first night at NXT TakeOver, some people were expecting it, but they never saw it coming. When Samoa Joe turned on Finn Balor last night on NXT, everybody saw it coming.
I saw it coming, but I don't object to it.
I don't think anybody objects to it, but I think it's the fact that...
It's going to be refreshing to see Samoa as a heel when he isn't kidnapped in the back of a van.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that's the last time he was heel. 5 years ago.
Well, wasn't he heel when he was in part of the Bullet Club? The Beatdown Clan in TNA.
We don't talk about that because,
TNA don't exist. TNA don't exist, that's right.
No, it's just, if you try and take gimmicks that work in Japan and disguise it by putting a D in the middle.
Okay.
If only they spelt clan with a K, then they'd be ripping off the BDK from Shikara. Either way, I don't even... Was Joe even part of that stable?
Of the Beatdown Clan?
Well, the problem is with that Beatdown Clan thing is like, 2 weeks later, it got squashed because of MVP and all that. So I lost track of all that because that's just... It's not that they don't exist, it's just it doesn't make sense.
Well, anyway, guys, go ahead.
Either way, it's good to see it, and to be quite honest, why they've done this.
They need to start a good rivalry between Finn Balor and Samoa Joe.
No. What's happening next month? NXT TakeOver in London, England. So obviously they're trying to go, oh look, Finn Balor, you know, the homecoming return. But the fact of the matter is, that crowd is going to be 50-50 because it's UK, it's TNA fans, it's people that know that Samoa Joe is a damn good wrestler. So the match that's going to be airing live in December is probably going to be freaking awesome. And that's why I don't object. You know, some people go, oh, you know, came from a mile off. Who cares? Enjoy it while it lasts. You know, that same show, Eva Marie could be women's champion.
Yeah.
Which would you prefer?
Well, I'd rather Eva Marie not win a championship right now in this current time. But anyway, guys and gals, overall score on NXT this week is going to get a 3.75 out of 5. It was a damn good show this week. Best match of the night, I'm definitely going to go to Finn Balor and Apollo Crews. Again, the back and forth dichotomy, the formula that they had in that match where you never knew which way it was going to go, made that match more exciting. And I got to agree, the match was awesome. Baron Corbin's interference was a little bit predictable in my personal opinion, and so was Samoa Joe's turn, even though, as Ashley said, he doesn't object to it, and neither do I. So I'm really looking forward to where they go next now, following this whole turn from Samoa Joe attacking Finn Balor. Worst match of the night is Eva Marie versus Molly, because of the fact that it was just so goddamn horrible. And from now on, guys and gals, from now on, I'm instituting this rule on WGS-TV. Any match that Eva Marie is involved in is automatically worst match of the night until she learns how to... I'm trying to control my language. Until she learns how to run those effing ropes. Then...
Let's be honest. WWE painted themselves into a corner with that match. You had somebody that's already got a reputation for not being that good against somebody that's basically having their very first match ever in Marley. It's not going to be beautiful, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. And I think she's going to have, Eva is going to have a very slow progression. If you remember, the Divas several years ago, they were terrible. I mean, I'm sorry, the Bella Twins, they were absolutely terrible. And over the years, they've gotten better and better. And I think with any luck, that might happen over the next couple of years, but it's not going to happen overnight.
What do you mean by Eva Marie and slow progression?
Meaning it's going to take her forever and a day to get to that next level.
What, to become NXT Women's Champion?
Hell no.
But if they give her the title, then it's a mistake. I'm talking about her wrestling. I'm talking about her wrestling skills, because right now all she is eye candy, and I hate to say it, she looks like burnt toast eye candy.
Oh, you're going to look forward to the next few weeks of NXT.
Anyway, Rick, over to you. Your overall score and your picks for best and worst match or segment of NXT this week.
Well, I have to say the best match of the night, obviously, was the main event match, and I gotta say this, I said this again over in the chat, HWR chat room, is, NXT is more entertaining in 1 hour than Raw is in 3. It's just that simple. WWE needs to take note about what's going on over the company, over on NXT. As far as the worst segment, even despite the Eva Marie match, there was some promo that these guys did. I don't even know their name. And it was just like the promo was so amateur, so shitty.
Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
Yes, they sucked royally. I'm sorry, they made Eva Marie look like a star.
and I still think it's part of their gimmick to do terrible promos like that.
Well, it's not helping their career, so let me tell you that.
I think Ashley knows something about this.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything because it's spoilers, but...
Well, anyway, guys and gals, because Ashley, I know that you haven't had the opportunity to check out NXT yet, have you?
Yeah, I think the rule of thumb is it was better than Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it's been. That's the way it's actually been as of late. It's been more entertaining. So I think WWE should take note, especially with the way they worked the Finn Balor Apollo Crews match and how well it was done and how exciting that match was. And take note of the fact that fans out there who still say that Brock Lesnar versus John Cena was the best SummerSlam match ever. This is my response to those people who say something like that. Anyway, guys and gals, what do we want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and
Best SummerSlam match ever was Kevin Owens. Oh no, that didn't happen.
No,
Damn it, that wasn't SummerSlam.
Anyway, guys and girls, what would we know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers? Your thoughts on NXT this week? What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of NXT this week? Definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure to put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Rick, where can fans check you out on HWR?
Well, first off, we want everyone to join the conversation. Haters, you're also welcome. We love the haters. We embrace the hate. Come on over to our Facebook in the group section, HWR chat room. And hey, if you want to listen to any of our podcasts, we got tribute videos, shoot videos, and much, much more over on youtube.com/HWR show.
Is it true that Lance and Andy always, every week on HWR, prepare a big glass of haterade?
Yes, they do. And usually on all of our sections, HWR loves doing the FMK, which is fuck, marry, kill.
Anyway, Ashley, got any projects you want to announce?
Yeah, apparently I'm going to be joining Motorhead to perform the theme for NXT. What the hell is this? I didn't even see this. Motorhead's Ace of Spades is the theme for NXT TakeOver London.
Yep.
I mean, okay, but yeah!
I love Motorhead, but I'm surprised that TNA never took That's a Song and tried to get it for the Aces and Eights. Just personal thought.
Money.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dixie Carter likes to throw her money as to big monsters like Hulk Hogan, as opposed to actually boosting her own product.
It's Lemmy. It's Triple H. Yeah.
WGS-TV is on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can ask me questions. Links will be provided in the description box below. And as always, guys and gals, I'll have a couple of videos in the annotations at the end of this video for you guys to check out as well. So for the Studly Man Ashley and the hardcore host of Hardcore Wrestling Radio, Rick Head, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double B Boo Jones, saying we'll see ya at the next Warp Zone.
Oh, wait, Baron Corbin interfered as well? I completely forgot about him. Oh, what a surprise.
At Survivor Series of this tournament.
I would not be surprised if, like I said, they need to do some kind of a tournament. I'd like to see that Survivor Series 2 for the world.
Some sort of alien device. Machine. I think I see the